Well, in front of you we have the Hasegawa F-16 in the Colombian Air Force colours that I've been working on over the past, well, probably a few months. The eagle-eyed of you will spot that sadly I have not progressed any further with this kit this week. I do apologise that there's nothing new to report with the aircraft and the kits. I do have my excuses, sir, and I shall proceed to enlighten you all in this video as to what has occurred this week and the lessons that I have learnt more vitally with the lack of movement with this aircraft. So anyway, let's waffle on with that. As you can see, the decals and this are all good to go. We're just waiting, well, I'm just waiting to put the canopy on, put the missiles on as I had promised in the week, and also put the static wicks on here and the pitot here, and there's a few other bits and pieces like on the cockpit the HUD needs to go on there. I've got a couple of cool ideas for that hey, we'll discuss them now. So I'm going to put the HUD on here, and I'm going to order from eBay some what they're called nail vinyls, or acrylic, for acrylic nails. It's like a clear vinyl, but what it does, or should do, is it should shine green on the actual HUD and the heads-up display, and have a pink tinge to it as well, which I think the real thing did, but I'll do some research on that. Funnily enough, you'll hear a bit more about research in a minute and what to do that has been for me this week. So yeah, this is where we are with this kit at the moment. The pylons are all there ready to take their weapons that are mysteriously missing. One thing I will do further on this week is get the grey line along here painted, because this isn't a decal, this is painted just for a better accuracy, etc. But it's got to go along this wing, along and up here. I'll get that painted on, just so it's, at least I will get I'm hoping to get the kit pretty much finished, bar the missiles going on, and we'll get to the stage as to why, I'll tell you now why the missiles are not there now. Let's move this out of the way and proceed on to these. Now, last week you'll remember I was really waxing lyrical about these missiles. I was really happy and excited to get stuck into these and get them on the aircraft. What happened, I hear you screaming? Well, these are AIM-9D Sidewinders. What I didn't do is do any research. AIM-9Ds are quite ancient. They would not have been fitted to the F-16. What I should have purchased was AIM-9Js or Ls, much later on, more recent missiles, to keep the accuracy going with this kit. Guys, I messed up. I'm not going to lie. I picked up the wrong ones. I didn't do my research, and therefore I am now left missile-less. Silly me. Lessons learned. I'm sure you guys, being professionals, would have already picked up on this, or at least done your research and not made the error I did. Hey, we live and learn, and this is what this process is all about. So this leaves me, might as well do a quick review on these missiles and just my humble opinions on them. It does not necessarily mean that it's the written word, but my opinion of these missiles is as follows. Okay, so as you can see, the detail I will give them is very, very good, being resin. Okay, you saw off this bit here, and yeah, you've got your detail and you've got your missile. However, where I was struggling, just like my focusing seems to be struggling at the moment, as usual, is these tiny little pinholes here. Can you see those? Yeah, there we go. They are tiny, okay, to be expected. We're working in a small scale and it needs to be accurate. However, the problem I had with this was that these are the fins that go on it. Okay, now those tiny little bottoms of the fin, you see how easy and fragile they are, standard with resin. Yeah, in fact that works. So the pin here that you can see, just on the end there, excuse my slightly baggy gloves, was meant to go in the hole here. I can tell you now that getting that in there was impossible. If I bore the hole out any further, I would have lost the ridge around it and the detail. And I'm by no means poor at this or a messy worker, but I couldn't get this right. I really, really couldn't. And a fair few expletives later, I got this put together, as you can see. But the glue is a mess. And I just wasn't happy. I was going to have to sand in between those fins and get it right. And also you can see they don't sit flush. There you go, perfect example with the actual front of the missile. It just wasn't right. Now, I'll hold my hands up. This was, you know, probably you guys out there and girls, of course, would probably have got these perfect, but I just couldn't get them right for love nor money. I even tried taking off the little pin that holds it to the missile, and it looks even worse. So yeah, not happy with how these have turned out at all. Now I understand that there's a process, and obviously they were only cheap, and Eduard have got a great reputation, and they can only do so much for babysitting me with these. If they can get the fins on here, why can they not get the fins on there and just have it as one solid project? I don't need to put these bits on for a bit of fun. That's not what I'm buying. I'm buying it to look good, and probably more because of my own frustrations. I cannot make this look good, whereas this end looks amazing and would have been great. So yeah, I stuffed up and I'm not happy. In fact, I'm just going to throw that down there. These are the original kit missiles, the correct shape, etc. And these are you know, in good shape. Moderate detail, but the tail detail is not, the rear fin detail, sorry, is just not there. And well, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what I'm going to go and do is get online and go and order myself some of the res kit AIM-9 L's or J's. On the subject of research, I shall research up again and just remind myself which ones I need to get for this particular aircraft. Then I shall go on the res kit site and order some. Let me know your thoughts and feedback with that one. And yeah, I will be releasing, or hopefully releasing, another video maybe in less than a week's time, hopefully, because I want to keep this regular, with the canopy on and the bits just needed to be finished off, done. And then I'm probably going to display this as a completed kit, then grab the missiles, do that as a separate thing, and then place the missiles where they should be, and then that will be done. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching this far, guys, and listening to my ramblings. You may have seen the icon pop up. Please do hit the subscribe and the like button so you can get notified when I release a new video. You know, your viewings and your following and your interest, in fact, in my video means a lot to me. This is a new venture, and I'm learning, and hopefully you're having a bit of fun watching my mistakes and rolling your eyes. But again, thanks for tuning in.